Hello, AwesomeCon attendees, and welcome. In this panel, we will be choosing characters from across time and space to create the ultimate team of villains. Our panelists are limited only by their imaginations and one universal rule. Once a character has been chosen by a panelist, no one else can take him or her. So don your cloaks and turn up your collars because this is the Disney Villain Draft. This panel is presented by the Tuesday Night Gaming and the Spy-Fi Guys podcasts. If you like more of what you see and want to hear more from our panelists, including regular drafts on all sorts of topics, you can find us wherever you find podcasts. My name is Zach, and I will be serving as your moderator today. I am also the host of Tuesday Night Gaming and the Spy-Fi Guys. And now let me introduce our panelists in alphabetical order. So first, we have Carolyn. Tell us a little about yourself, Carolyn.
Hi, my name is Carolyn. I've been to all of the awesome cons except for the very first one. So I'm excited to be here. And I've been a past guest on the Tuesday Night Gaming podcast on one of the episodes, and I'll be a future guest on the Spy-Fi Guys podcast. So that's very exciting. And just generally, I am interested in Doctor Who, Harry Potter, Last Airbender, Brandon Sanderson, those sorts of things. So excited to be here with you all.
Thanks, Carolyn. Next, we have Christian. Tell us a little about yourself, Christian.
Hi, I'm Christian, and I'm one of the hosts of the Spy-Fi Guys, a movie podcast where we cover spy fact, spy fiction, and everything in between. And in the past, I was also one of the co-hosts of a panel at AwesomeCon, which was the cheesy line reading contest, which we hope to bring back in the future.
All right, thanks, Christian. Next up, we have Matt. Tell us about yourself, Matt.
Thanks, Zach. I'm a member of the Tuesday Night Gaming podcast, in which we do drafts like this one quite often, and then discuss various TV shows. We've covered Stargirl, Watchmen, Star Trek, Picard, and we're currently on The Boys. So come check us out wherever you find your podcasts. And especially check out the Star Wars draft, of which I was the proud winner.
Well done. And finally, but not least, we have Sarah. Tell us about yourself, Sarah.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah, coming to you from the glorious Cat Cave. You can find me on Twitter at SarahIsActually for geekitude and feminist propaganda.
All right. Thank you all. And now it is time for us to get started with the draft. Now, for those of you who tuned in for our fantasy draft earlier this con, the rules will be similar. This time, our panelists' objective is to choose 4 dastardly villains from Disney or Pixar movies to accomplish a very specific task. There's a peaceful kingdom of wonder, magic, and talking animals, and your job is to take over and oppress everyone under your villainous boot heel. How you choose to accomplish this, whether it be via brute force or cunning or some other kind of strategy, is entirely up to our panelists and their team. Once a panelist has picked a character, they will briefly explain why their pick is an excellent choice, and their co-panelists will, again, briefly explain all of the drawbacks with that pick. Once all of the panelists have drafted, we will go back through the line in reverse order. So the last place panelist will draft twice in a row. This is called the corner. Everyone ready to get started?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Yes.
All right. As your moderator, I have placed our panelists in a random order. That order is Matt, Carolyn, Christian, and Sarah.
Oh, heck yeah. First.
All right, Matt, you are our first pick, so take us off.
Thanks, Zach. This is very exciting to have the first pick, but it's also a lot of pressure. Now, I have a 5-year-old daughter, so we watch a lot of Disney movies, mostly just the princess ones. And so I thought about all my princess ones, and I thought, who's the best villain of those? I thought the answer is pretty obvious. She's evil. She's cunning. She's manipulative.
Table flip!
She could turn into a dragon. I'm going to take Maleficent from Snow White. Not the Angelina Jolie movies, please.
Sleeping
I only
Beauty.
saw the first one. It wasn't that great. Original Snow White, OG Snow White, please, for me. Maleficent, first overall.
Sleeping Beauty.
I think
Sleeping
all of us
Beauty.
thought you were going somewhere else.
Sleeping Beauty. Sorry.
Which means I'm still screwed.
The important thing is I got the name right, not the movie. That's all.
There you
Yes,
go.
you got the character.
Yeah. And
Your
Sarah's
5-year-old daughter
consternation.
would be
Yeah,
disappointed
she
in you.
would know. And Sarah's consternation made my pick even better.
Yeah. You
Fine.
also screwed me up. So
Sorry.
there it goes.
Fine.
Sorry.
Well, unfortunately, Carolyn, you are our next pick. So
Ooh, time to rearrange.
Time to
you
pivot.
got.
Pivot.
All right.
Ew.
I'll go. I need time to think about who I want to replace, but I'll go with a different one. One that might also be obvious, I'm not sure, but someone who's got brute strength, can kind of just go in there and push and get the job done, and maybe really good at getting a crowd of angry mobsters to carry their torches and pitchforks and take down the castle. I'm going to go with Gaston.
Gaston is the best. He is the best villain. I love him so much.
Oh man!
He is
Brings the humor.
hilarious.
Don't forget every last inch of him is covered with hair.
Now, is it the
You
Luke
can tell
Evans version or the
You can
animated?
tell. You can tell campfire stories at night after they're done fighting for the day. Which version? I like the Luke Evans version. We'll go with that one.
He is a bit more skilled in swordplay.
Yeah.
I love this pick. Gaston is hilarious.
He's got that je ne sais quoi.
And no beast alive stands a chance against him.
You know, they say
There you go.
every villain is the hero of his own story, but most people seem to think that if it were some other story, Gaston would be the hero.
Oh yeah, Gaston is awesome. I love that pick.
So that's
right.
that's my pick number one.
Thank you, Carolyn. Christian, you are up for your first pick.
Alrighty, so my first pick is gonna be one I think from left field. So, my pick is pretty villainous, pretty demonic. He takes over an entire village at one point, and pretty much nothing can stop him. He can raise countless armies of the dead, and he has a kick-ass soundtrack. So I'm going with Chernobog from Fantasia.
Wait, is that the one that gave me nightmares when I was a kid?
Yes, exactly. So just think about it. He inspires terror, and just seeing him outside your castle on whatever, I assume there's a mountain outside the castle, but if there's a mountain there, just seeing him unfurl from the mountain and
That's pretty
summon all his
terrifying.
army.
I'm having like
Isn't he?
flashbacks.
I think according to Google, his original name was Satan.
Yes, well, that was what they dubbed him for just like animatics and stuff. Yes.
What was his name?
Satan?
No,
Chernobog.
Yeah, he was definitely on my list. I had never heard of him, so I didn't feel like I could take him in good faith.
No, that was my first pick. It's like, come on, he literally takes over a town for his mischief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved Fantasia, but every time I got to that part, I'd be like, oh, well, that's the end. Movie's over now.
The part with the brooms freaked me out. That's right.
Really? I love that part.
Yeah.
You know, I thought for a second you were talking about the smog monster from Fern Gully and was about to say that that's not Disney.
I was about to say that's not Disney.
Do you mean Hexus, the scariest monster of
don't.
all time? Fern Gully terrified me as a child.
That's really scary.
Too scary.
Do you remember the part where it
Monster.
shows the twisted tree and then they draw the X on it to open it up? Oh my god.
Horrifying.
Forget about that movie.
I don't remember that bit.
Don't.
Thank
Good.
God it's not Disney.
Buried in deep.
You repressed it. It's
No,
smart.
you should go back and watch it. See what you think.
No, why? Don't. It's really
Okay.
scary.
All right, let's move on from our collective childhood traumas and go on to Sarah for her first round pick.
My first pick is Regina Mills, also known as the Evil Queen, specifically the Evil Queen iteration from Once Upon a Time. She's driven, she's sassy, she's got magic in a land without magic, and she will stop at nothing to get what she wants. She even killed the person that she loved the most in order to get her revenge against Snow White. Her whole character is defined by her history as being someone who took over a kingdom. So who better to take over a kingdom than Regina? In fact, she not only manipulated her way to be the queen of a kingdom, but she single-handedly took over an entire plane of existence.
That is pretty powerful. That's not something you see every day in a movie.
So she's like Thanos, where she had to kill the one she loved to achieve her goals.
The short answer is yes.
Okay.
In order to create the dark curse, which plunged the entire realm of existence into our plane of existence, she had to do a lot of things, including crushing the heart specifically of the one she loved the most.
And who was that? I've never seen the show.
That was her father.
Oh, God. That's evil.
Spoilers.
Yeah, but if
Spoilers
you just
for
grab
season
Henry,
1 of Once Upon a Time.
My girl was just mad that she didn't get invited to a christening or whatever.
Oh, yeah. No, she's mad at Snow White and
Snow White was kind of a jerk to her.
Everyone to Storybrooke, Maine.
Counterpoint, if you just grab Henry, she's just going to get distracted by all her plans.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they all have their weaknesses, Christian. Let's not hold it against them. Maybe not your guy.
Well, it depends. If we're talking later on, then, of course, our dear, dear Emma Swan could look after Henry for just a minute.
There you go. That's a good one.
Well, I guess Once Upon a Time is totally Disney, isn't it?
Is
anything on ABC considered Disney or just that?
Not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We forbid Marvel. We said that offline.
Not that I don't love Marvel or Star Wars.
So I could take somebody from like Modern Family if I wanted to?
I mean...
No.
I'm not going to second guess your strategy if that's what you want. But Sarah, you are in the corner, so you actually have the first pick of round 2. So take us off.
Well, in that case, strategically, you know what? Forget strategy. I'm going with my second favorite because I just have to, and that is Peter Pan from Once Upon a Time.
Oh, Once Upon a Time. I was like, Peter Pan's
we're
not
just
a villain.
dropping spoilers for once all over here.
Spoilers for season 3 of Once Upon a Time. Peter Pan is a character in Once Upon a Time, and he's a villain. He's actually one of my favorite villains in all of Once Upon a Time. He's cocky, he's cunning, he's super manipulative. He tricks his grandson into sacrificing himself, his own life, for magic. He enjoys psychologically torturing people, and everything is a game. He essentially runs a cult in Neverland, and is the.
How's that gonna?
No, go ahead.
How's that gonna help bring the castle down?
Well, he knows what it means to be a king. He's the self-appointed king of Neverland, which in the Once Upon a Time verse is essentially also its sort of own realm. So, because in order to get to Neverland, you have to a magic bean and go through it.
So can you just tell us everything that happens in Once Upon a Time?
Oh, don't worry, she will if you ask her.
How long do we have? And so, if you're going to take over a kingdom, you're going to want someone who can convince other people to fall on their own swords and who can laugh maniacally while doing it. And that is Peter Pan from Once Upon a Time.
Jeez. What does Wendy have to say about all this?
Wendy's out of his life, dude. She grew up.
Wendy is
Oh, is that another spoiler for once? Because I don't think I remember Wendy.
She's essentially a prisoner.
Oh man,
I don't remember.
You went off.
I don't remember
totally
that
went off the rails.
So how are Regina and Peter going to get along?
hilariously. Famously.
That could be an interesting relationship.
They're both pretty sassy pants, which is great. And they do enjoy bantering, making fun of each other a fair amount in season 3. So,
all right.
go watch season
Well,
3.
Sarah, you've got the Once Upon a Time audience locked up. You better hope that that's like everybody who watches this.
All right, let's move on to Christian. What's your next pick in round 2?
Oh, look, here's a basket with all of my eggs in it.
All right, so my pick for round 2 is going to be, so I realized that Chernobog, while he may be able to raise an army from the dead, might not be the best strategist. Someone who does strategy. What's that called? Tactician.
Strategist?
A strategorist.
Yes, I don't know why I had such a hard time thinking of that word was. Strategist or tactician. So you need someone who knows how to lead an army. And you need someone who knows how to get into an unbreakable place, to maybe get over some great walls, and let you know that everyone know that you're there. I'm picking Shan Yu from Mulan. Also, he has an amazing sword and a really cool eagle, or is it a hawk or a falcon? Some kind of bird.
I
And
was
they can be
wondering,
popping up like daisies.
I was wondering when we were going to get down to business to defeat the Huns.
Is this a hot take with the live action one, or is it animated? Or do you
It's animated. Shan Yu is not in the recent live action version. He's has a different name in the live action version. So I'm picking specifically Shan Yu from the animated version.
Dang, they changed his name, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They changed a lot. Just wait till you watch it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna happen. My daughter hasn't even seen the animated one yet. It's too.
Just be ready to supply your own songs and your own singing while you watch it. Because there's none of the songs are in it.
Oh, is it not a musical?
Mm-mm.
Oh my!
Right?
Is nothing sacred?
Controversial.
First Peter Pan is a villain, and now Mulan has no songs.
Peter Pan is a great villain. I stand by that.
I mean, that if you look back at the history of Peter Pan, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Could have been that way all along.
Apparently, I'm on a panel with a bunch of Captain Hooks.
Don't get Sarah started.
Justice for Captain Hook. Well, maybe somebody will pick him and we can talk about him then. All right, Carolyn.
We'll see.
You are up for your second pick.
Wait a minute. Okay. So, let's see. I think I'll lock in someone who has access to eternal youth and has the ability to keep prisoners locked up and not able to leave for decades. So I think that she would be a really good person to help people become prisoners and arrest people and hold them captive, but also she could be the healing person in our team because she has access to a magic flower that can heal and bring eternal youth. So that's Mother Gothel from Tangled.
Younger Mother Gothel before the flower got taken.
Yeah, well, she kept on to it. Well, okay. She had it.
All right.
We're assuming she has access to it.
She's pretty good with the old switchblade too. I've seen Tangled many times.
There you go.
She just guts Eugene. Spoiler alert.
What?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Is that true?
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
Dude, she takes it. Oh man, it's brutal.
Oh, that's right. That's why I need a what's needs a. Oh, we're not spoiling Once Upon a Time or Tangled, but we are spoiling Once Upon a Time.
Peter Pan shows up as a villain in episode 1 of season 3.
So there's 2 whole seasons. Let's not get back into it.
So that's where I was going with that. So I don't know if that makes some assumptions about the location and how the flower works, but I think it could be a killer contribution.
I'll absolutely buy it. Makes sense.
All right, so Carolyn's got her support / jailer taken. Matt,
Slash
you are
healer.
up.
All right, so I already have Maleficent, one woman army as far as I'm concerned, because she's got the smarts and she's got the firepower of the dragon,
So
which
mad about
totally roast an entire army. By the way, one breath and all turnabout. Anyway, so but I'm gonna take somebody who has a defter touch that he can open doors that without knocking them down. Nobody can stand up to his staff. He'll control your minds. I'm gonna take Jafar from Aladdin.
All right, which version of Jafar, though? Are we talking regular Jafar, Sorcerer Jafar, or Genie Jafar?
Oh, geez. Well, I'm definitely not taking Genie Jafar because I'm not an idiot like Jafar.
Except now you need someone to control Jafar and only has 3 wishes.
Well, I'll take Sorcerer Jafar, but without access to the genie. How about that? Can I do that?
Yeah. I mean,
before he got too power hungry.
Yeah, before he went crazy.
So I presume animated, not live action.
That's right. I haven't seen the animated one.
It's good. I liked it.
I've heard good things. I listened to the soundtrack many times, but I haven't seen the live action one yet.
Speechless.
I know, right?
Listen to that one on repeat.
It's beautiful. All right, and
it's power.
So I'm really happy with those two.
Yes, Matt is in the corner again, so he has the first pick of round 3.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at my list. I'm really happy with what I have so far.
You can just stop there.
I
have a 2-person team.
As soon as I told my boyfriend that we were doing a fantasy draft to pick our Disney villains in order to take over Kingdom, he immediately went, Jafar?
Yeah.
I mean, Jafar did take over a kingdom by himself.
Your boyfriend is a smart man. You should have run by the whole Once Upon a Time strategy by him.
I did not. So he has not seen the show. So I told him he can't watch it until he watches the show. Because I was going to spoil the whole thing.
But you better get started. Just have him start tonight.
So he will hear this compliment in like a year.
Is Once Upon a Time over? Like, is it finished?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
How many seasons is it?
7.
7 seasons.
What? Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I'm gonna double up on Maleficent. In that, I will take another evil queen who's smart, has good leadership skills, and can turn into a dragon as well. So I'm doubling up on the dragons. I will take Queen Nerissa from Enchanted.
Oh, I didn't even
That's
think
a good
about
pick.
Enchanted.
Yeah.
You can thank my wife and daughter for that one.
Now I'm
saw
trying to think how she got
time
defeated. I feel like
That's
I know there was
pretty
a
great.
sword involved.
Wait, Enchanted, is that the one with Anne Hathaway?
No,
No.
that's
Amy
Ella
Adams.
Enchanted.
Yeah, Amy
Is that
Adams.
the same thing?
Yeah, Ella Enchanted. Who's the villain in Ella Enchanted? I can't even remember.
I've never seen it actually.
So
I think it's the godmother.
how many of these evil queens turn into dragons?
Just these two, as far as I know. I got both of them.
That's a pretty good.
Yeah,
You
I
got
got
a good
the
aerial
devil
team
one.
going on.
That's right.
We're fighting over those evil queens.
Well, they got a lot going on.
I
They're
agree.
smart. They're strong. They got it. They got the whole package. So
Right.
I'm set.
I agree. Virtual fist bump.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, Carolyn, you have had some time to think about your pick. So what's it going to be?
All right. I'll just lock this one in. So I think that my team. So I've got Gaston for the muscle, and I've got Mother Gothel for the jailer / healer. So you need someone to put up the financial backing. Someone who can come in and bring the riches and give everyone the equipment and tools they need. So I'm going with Tamatoa from Moana.
He was on my list. I didn't think about the financial aspect. That's
Oh.
smart.
Yes, but would he actually ever give up anything that's shiny?
If it's for the right reason, if it's the right castle, if he thinks he can get more wealth out of it, I think that he'd be willing to share,
What about
assuming he would get more out of it.
the power of creation for a crustacean? Then he'd probably give it up.
There you
That's a great
go.
pick. And he's also huge, so he'll just crush anyone that gets it his way.
If
That's
you
awesome.
gave him back Maui's hook, then he might do
There
it.
you go.
That's a great
It was
choice.
interesting that you say that because we did a Battle of the Bands draft this week on Tuesday Night Gaming, and Tamatoa was picked as a musician,
Oh,
not
really?
as a supervillain.
Yeah, that was a stretch.
He sings. There you go.
Well, he's based off of David Bowie, so
Yeah, it's very Bowie-esque.
musician. That's a clear musician right there. He could
not
provide
know
the songs.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
For the
All right.
record, queens have money too. Evil queens have money too.
They probably all spent it
Oh.
already oppressing their kingdom, but
That's true. That's definitely true.
But
I
if
don't
there's
think the evil queen would have spent all her money oppressing anyone because she does not need to impress.
oppress.
Oppressed, not impressed.
I guess either could work though.
Impress could work too. But
Although
yeah,
now I think
that's true.
there needs to be like a hashtag for evil queens dressed to oppress.
Ah,
Comes with the territory.
Put that on a
great.
t-shirt.
There you go. New t-shirt idea.
Great.
Mhm.
All
That's
right,
great.
Christian, you are the next pick. This is your third pick in round 3.
All right. So, what do I got? So I've got Chernobog for pure terror, but also can raise an army. I've got Xiao Yu, who has strategy, who can lead that army. I need someone who can add a little extra, maybe some magic stuff, but also sort of science-y, which is kind of unclear what it is. And, someone, if we need a box, put in a box and another box and then smashed with a hammer, she can do that. I'm picking Yzma from Emperor's New Groove.
Not cool.
Nice.
And I mean, and I'm picking when she's a human, not when she's a cat.
Important
Is this my
distinction.
voice?
Important.
Is it my voice? Oh well. Or when she's
And-
going up and down the trampoline.
I feel like anywhere she follows, Kronk probably will follow. So, I may have a Kronk in the wings.
Yeah, I don't know if we include henchmen. We didn't really talk about that.
No, it's a possibility. I'm saying that.
Zach
No,
shaking
you don't
his
get
head
Kronk.
no. Zach
You
shaking
don't
his
get
head no.
Kronk.
You don't get Kronk.
Oh, but Kronk is great.
I don't
That's
get
a
a,
whole
I don't get a
nother-
Yago. It balances out. It's okay.
I would have given you a Yago with that.
No. No, yeah, that's separate.
All right. Well, anyways, but
Does
she
Sarah
has
get
magic.
pink?
What was that?
Does Sarah get Tinkerbell?
No, a true villain stands alone.
Stand by for 10 minutes about Tinkerbell's fate in Once Upon a Time. Her backstory, what happened to her.
Well.
So interestingly,
Oh, boy.
No, I'm kidding.
Tinkerbell's the final boss battle at the end.
There you go.
As
I actually
as
don't
appropriate.
remember what happened. You know what? Besides the point. But all right, so she doesn't need. Well, Kronk is there for muscle, and so I don't need any muscle with my team so far. So I just need someone who can cast spells and do a little sciencey stuff and pull levers. Oh well, not pull levers, but have levers that can
Wrong
be pulled.
letter.
Do everything else.
Yeah.
By the way, I saw Emperor's New Groove recently, and I didn't think it was that funny.
Whoa.
Shame this man.
Whoa.
I've never seen it.
Shame,
Well-
shame both of them. Shame the twins.
I admit I'm
Sacrilegious.
not a target audience, so that may have been part of the problem.
It
As
didn't
in
make our
people
list.
who like humor.
Zach is humorless. That's why he's hosting this humorless panel.
If you guys want to hear Christian and me disagree about more movies, tune into the Spy-Fi Guys podcast, wherever you find podcasts.
Is Emperor's New Groove a spy podcast? I'll guest star on that
I
one.
feel like Kronk tries to spy.
Based on how big their scope is for their podcast, yes, it would count as
We'll
a
cover
spy.
just about anything. All right, let's
Pretty
move
sure
this
that's
along.
fine.
And everything in between.
There we go. All right, Sarah, you have the next pick to conclude round 3.
Do I? That's exciting. So this will definitely come as a huge surprise.
Oh no.
I'm already preparing myself.
So for my next pick, I'm going with the one, the only, the dark one from Once Upon a Time.
No, you're not. You can't go with another Once Upon a Time.
What did you think when she said she had a theme? Come on.
Well,
The
what's
dark
the dark
one?
one's name?
I thought
Yeah,
that
which
was
dark
like
one?
royalty or something.
Oh no. So the dark one is the ultimate villain, the most powerful wizard of all of the realms. The dark one is immortal and has the power of all previous dark ones. So the dark one's only kryptonite really is a magical dagger that can control him or kill him. If the dark one has possession of the dagger, though, they're pretty much unstoppable. And they will stop at nothing. They're super power hungry. The dark one might not even stop after taking over just one kingdom.
How will you know they're just not going to stab the rest of your team in the back and then, cause
Not a
all
very
this
good teammate.
I mean, that could apply to
How much-
any of our
I
teams.
feel like that happens
Cooperation.
All
every
villain
season
teams.
of the show.
Pardon?
I feel like the dark one aligns with someone and then stabs them in the back, or vice versa, and then everything falls apart. It's
I mean-
like every season of Once Upon a Time.
To Matt's point, they are all villains. They all do have a little bit of a tendency to stand alone. But I think my team will work together in order to achieve a common goal. We have Regina, whose whole being is defined by her willingness and her ability to take over kingdoms. Awesome. Good job, me. We have Peter Pan, whose whole being is defined, at least in the show, by his ability to manipulate people and to have fun while doing it. And then we have the dark one, who is pretty much in control of all magic. So
Yeah, but which
The
dark
dark
one? If we're talking Rumple, I think he'd have some very serious issues working with Peter Pan.
well, if we have to pick a specific iteration of the dark one, although I am picking the dark one in its sort of
The
entity,
concept.
a la the darkness, if I had to choose a particular iteration of the dark one, Rumpelstiltskin is definitely the most famous.
Again,
I see.
That's
Might
the
be a
first
lot
time you
of-
mentioned his name. I thought you were going to make us guess his name or take our firstborn child.
This is a lot of information all at once.
All right, so Sarah has picked the Once Upon a Time equivalent of Voldemort, and she
No, I
has
think she
one
picked-
more.
I think she picked the Once Upon a Time equivalent of Chernobog.
no, but Chernobog does appear in Once Upon a Time.
Really?
What?
I out-onced you.
When does that happen?
What?
My God.
Yes.
Is it
Yeah.
like a-
Everyone
Easter egg or
take
something?
note of the date and time.
Yeah, we're going to need
Yeah.
an info check on that. I need a season and an episode. And
Holy
I
moly.
don't have it off the top of my head, but
Uh-oh, Christian.
We'll
you got
research
one-
season 3 or
afterwards.
4, I think.
we'll take a
Okay,
look.
so that concludes round 3, and it's time for Sarah's in the corner again. So, what was your last Once Upon a Time character that you choose?
For my fourth and final pick, I'm going with the one, the only, the Cruella de Vil. Specifically, the Cruella de Vil from Once Upon a Time.
You didn't need to
She is
say that last part. We know.
I
It's
think
from Once
we
Upon a
all
Time.
knew.
The Cruella from Once Upon a Time is, I believe, significantly more interesting than her iterations in either the live action or the animated version of the original 101 Dalmatians. She is delightfully sassy and would certainly bring a certain amount of style and flair to any villainous team.
You want to use my hashtag there?
Yes.
Hashtag dress to oppress.
Hashtag dress to oppress. And although she does not kill anyone herself, she can command dogs to kill and has, including, spoiler alert here for once, she has killed her mother's 3 husbands. Besides, the other members of the team can certainly take over for all the killings. Regina has a literal vault of all of the hearts from all of the people she's killed, hundreds of people where she just keeps their hearts. So as far as, all the killing goes, I think the Evil Queen has got that covered.
Fair.
And thanks.
Wait a second. Are you saying that she's like Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs in Once Upon a Time?
I am not familiar enough.
Basically, she's like a serial killer.
Knows a lot about Once Upon a Time, doesn't know much about Silence of the Lambs. Okay?
I think that sums it about.
Sarah is actually on Twitter, everybody.
Have you guys ever noticed that in 101 Dalmatians, they say that the main female lead whose name I'm forgetting and Cruella went to college together, but Cruella looks like she's 50 years older.
I did not remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Cruella went late.
You could just say their mom.
Some hard drinking and hard smoking there.
Hard living.
The white hair is probably a style choice.
Mm-hmm.
So Matt,
streak.
So to answer your question, she is, I don't know if she's a serial killer exactly, but she is a true sociopath. And what's neat about her is that she absolutely lacks a moral compass, which even some of the other characters that I mentioned eventually kind of grew a heart, but Cruella really never did. So she will keep our villainous pack on the straight and narrow, as it were, in order to take over the kingdom.
On the evilest evil path.
All right.
You don't know how shocked I am that Captain Hook is not in there, but of course then I realize you don't think he's a villain.
I'm disappointed in all of you.
I have many, many thoughts about Captain Hook, and I will keep them all to myself.
That's a whole separate.
Follow Sarah on Twitter for her thoughts about Captain Hook. 1 out of 24.
But actually, though.
All right, let's move this along, please. Christian, you have your next pick.
All right, so for my final pick, well, like I said before, I've got pure terror and an army. So basically, an army and a Hulk with Chernabog.
Get that Marvel reference out of here.
I understood that reference. I've got Shan Yu with being the tactician. I had Yzma as basically your science-y, magic-y, somewhere in between. So now I just need someone who is basically the muscle. So I'm going to go with Scar from The Lion King.
So Scar is definitely on my list. I don't know if I would qualify him as the muscle.
I mean, come on. He killed Mufasa.
He did not kill Mufasa, but the wildebeest did. Watch the movie.
Still. To a normal person, it is a lion. That's muscle.
Spoiler alert for The Lion King.
Sorry.
I mean, he certainly can sing. Right?
That's true.
People
I mean,
love
Christian, that is a great pick, though. I mean, he's probably the all-time best Disney villain.
It was between him and Shere Khan. I'm like, you know what? I'm going for Scar.
Shere Khan, get that guy out of here. He sucks.
No, Shere Khan's also awesome. And had I was thinking about having just like an all-animal team up, but I decided against it.
Shere Khan probably could beat up Scar, though. I mean, he's probably better in a straight fight.
I don't know.
Scar's like all lean.
Yeah, but I can speak to him a smart fighter.
That's true. He does the ashes. Gets the fire ashes. I've seen The Lion King a lot.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he's smart. And he'll like know just what to say to get you not to. Yeah, Scar's awesome.
Pride Rock has no natural defenses. It's planes on every side.
He's got the
that's a
hyenas
pretty
everywhere.
terrible-
But the sun protects it. As long as the
Ah.
sun touches this land, it's
right.
protected.
That's right.
So everywhere besides the elephant's
Is
graveyard.
this animated or CGI?
Oh, animated, hands down.
The CGI version is exactly the same, except somehow Beyonce is in it.
Somehow.
Among other people.
She just shows up.
I
like a bunch
love
of animals and
Beyonce.
Beyonce. I haven't seen the live action one.
No,
That one's the one I
she
say you really
voices-
don't need to watch it because it's like a shot-for-shot remake, but with
She
weirder
voices
animal
adult
movements.
Nala, but it just sounds like Beyonce. So it's a little bit confusing.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
I don't know.
Okay, thank you, Christian. Carolyn, you are up next.
All right. So for my last pick, I need some sort of leader of my team. And I have regrets for not picking Yzma because she would have been a great leader, directing everybody around, making people carry her on their backs in some kind of palanquin type item. So instead, I'm going to pick somebody who is a prince and has a lot of family members that he could probably get behind him. And he's a prince, so he probably has a lot of leadership experience, and he can provide blankets for everybody to keep them warm at night and smother the kingdom, whatever you need blankets for. But Hans.
Who is this Hans?
Hans of the Southern Isles. Write that all out.
Wait, what does this have to do with blankets?
He has no
That's what he
blankets in
does.
one part.
In that one scene,
gives
he's
out
handing out
blankets.
blankets.
He's
Oh,
trying to be
okay.
helpful.
He's very charismatic. He's a smooth talker.
He is. Yeah. You don't even know when he's lying.
Yeah, but he's
Dangerous.
also ruthless. He'll just cut down innocent women just sitting, not innocent, but I guess just women sitting there.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Put
care.
out the fire when you're freezing.
Yeah. Prince Hans is great.
Cruel.
That's such a great
Cruel world.
twist.
And he's got a great singing voice.
Has there been a better twist in a Disney movie than that when Prince Hans was evil?
I
Hmm.
don't
It's
think there's
such a
ever
good
been a
twist.
twist like that. Like
It's
Yeah.
so good.
definitely good character just at the last second, like
Spoiler alert for
evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disney doesn't really do twists. How did
Yeah.
your daughter react to that the first time she saw it?
It's been a while. I don't remember a time that she hadn't seen Frozen, so I can't remember.
All right, and Matt, your final pick.
So my team is currently Maleficent and Queen Nerissa, two high-powered, high-magic user queens. And then I have Jafar for the manipulating mind control guy. I had a thought during all the other rounds, which is that what if this takes place in the modern day? I got magic, but what about technology? And I thought, okay, there's one person on my list that is good with technology. He's highly motivated. He's smart. He's opinionated, but he forgot that he's not supposed to wear a cape. I will take Syndrome from The Incredibles
Oh.
for my fourth round pick.
He was on my list, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I think that's our first Pixar pick.
Yeah, I looked at a
Yeah.
lot of the Pixar movies. The villains are like, they're not that high powered. It's like Hopper. I'm like, shit.
Oh,
You guys can
Hopper.
take him if you want, but a grasshopper is not that great. That's when I texted Zach for ideas, and he's like, what about Lord Zed from Toy Story? I was like, he's a toy.
Lord Zed's a Power Ranger villain.
Okay,
You're
what's his name? The name of Buzz Lightyear's archer.
Hold on.
Zorg?
Supreme Emperor Zorg, sworn enemy of the Galactic Alliance. There we go.
Nerd.
Zed, Zord, whatever. Close enough.
He's still a toy. So I was like, no, I'm
But
not
he's a
taking
toy
no.
with ambition. That's what I like about him. Well, that's why I'm not a panelist.
Yeah, but then he gets reformed when he hits his head and just wants to play catch with his son Buzz.
What a beautiful moment that was.
Aw.
Which one? When he said, I Am Your Father, and we all screamed because we were, 12 years old and thought, oh, a Star Wars reference, great.
No, not that. I was like,
I
that's
love that
terrible.
part.
The part where they play ball. It was great.
I mean, it was cute. Yeah, I'll give you that.
All right, so we have reached the end of 4 rounds, but it looks like we have time for a surprise bonus 5th round, where you have a chance to pick one last villain to round out your team. So Matt was in the corner last, so we're going to start with him. So
Should we review our picks?
I am totally unprepared for this. Okay, so my team. All right, so here's the teams. My team is Maleficent, Jafar, Queen Nerissa, and Syndrome. For my 5th pick, I'm gonna take one that is maybe not the best strategy. Blah blah blah. I'll take a page from Sarah's handbook. I'll take someone that I love from a movie I love. I will take Neville Sinclair from The Rocketeer.
What?
He's got acting
Wait, who?
skills.
Oh,
Timothy Dalton's character from The
Timothy Dalton.
Rocketeer,
Yeah.
which is
I
a,
don't think
it's
I've
a
seen
live
that.
action Disney
Wait.
movie.
All right, we're watching it.
It's
I didn't even think
great.
about live action Disney. That was not on my radar.
He's an
Man.
accomplished
That's a
actor,
whole-
sword fighter.
He's basically Errol Flynn.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for this case, he has a working jetpack that doesn't have the gum taken out of it, causing it to explode. Yeah, Neville Sinclair, lock it in.
Wow.
Google
That
it,
was
Carolyn.
Good
not on my
surprise pick.
radar at all. And I love that movie.
And you
Yeah.
love Timothy Dalton because he's
I
James
do
Bond.
love Timothy Dalton.
Yeah, should have taken it, Christian.
All right,
The
Carolyn,
name-
what is
that
Timothy
your
Dalton.
All right, Carolyn, what is your 5th pick?
All right. So for my team so far, I have Gaston, Mother Gothel, Tamatoa, and Hans. So I need someone who can just go in and kind of wipe people out. Just like, you're in the way, go away, just be gone. So I wanted to pick the Fates from Hercules.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Are the Fates villains, or are they just neutral?
Fate. It's just fate.
Yeah. Interesting call. I mean, I'm
been a
not going to
while
stop
since
you
I
from picking it.
saw
I
that
just never thought about it.
I don't understand, Carolyn. Sorry, this is just a question. When you say someone who can really get in a room and clear it out, how did you get to the Fates for that?
I
She can
hesitated
cut the
'cause
cords of
I
everyone
was
in there.
making sure I was saying the right thing because I second guessed. So yes, the Fates from Hercules. So they share an eye, which is just a characteristic about them, and they have these magic scissors that they can find the life force of anybody and just snip it, and then
There's nothing they can do about
Didn't you
it.
see the last season of Legends of Tomorrow with the Fates?
Sure.
Oh my god, I thought you were going to say Once Upon a Time. I really thought you were going to say that. Didn't you see the last season
Not
with
Sarah.
the Fates? Didn't you see the last season with the Fates? They were in it.
come on,
think
season
we're-
7, season 8.
in season 5, there are.
I really like the reinterpretation of the Fates.
Yeah, the Fates is the good guys. They're the heroes.
Yeah.
All right.
What did you say was part of Christian?
Oh, Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right,
I think they would be an excellent final edition, bonus edition.
Interesting.
All right, Christian, what is your 5th pick?
All right, so my team so far, I've got Chernabog, who supplies pure terror and also an army. I've got Shan Yu, who's a tactician to lead that army. I've got Scar as, muscle and additional terror, I would say. Just, it's a lion. And I've got Yzma, who can provide any sort of half sciencey, half magic-y options like healing or, enhancements. What I realize I'm missing is air support. So I need someone who has access to a plane or a spaceship. Someone who also is kind of terrifying, no matter if he's, dealing with modern day people or, people in the Middle Ages who, because he looks like a shark and he's an alien. I'm picking Captain Gantu from Lilo and Stitch.
Oh.
Never saw it.
What?
Oh.
What does he do? Is he like a weird alien or what?
He is so
Basically.
Stitch escapes, and they send this, basically, he's kind of like a bounty hunter to go after Stitch to recapture him.
Oh, so he's like Boba Fett.
Well, I mean, maybe that's a bounty. I'm trying to remember. It's actually been a while since I've seen the movie, but I remember that he has to go and recapture him. And yeah, he's like a giant shark man.
Awesome.
forgot what he looked
that's
like.
awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
and he has a spaceship.
I also understand that
That would
Lilo
be
and
handy.
Stitch is mandatory viewing if you're from Hawaii. No?
Yikes.
I mean, we appreciate it. I don't know if it's mandatory viewing.
Yikes.
I mean,
They
how many?
They have authentic hula in it.
I guess how many
Merry
other
Monarch.
Hawaiian or how many other Disney things that mention Hawaii other than like Johnny Tsunami?
Speaking of live action Disney movies. No.
Johnny
Okay.
Tsunami.
I thought you were gonna segue there.
Wait, you didn't?
No,
You've never
you already
seen?
brought one up, Matt.
Oh man!
Yeah.
All right, we're having movie night.
Yeah, you guys gotta watch the Rocketeer. It's so awesome. Totally holds up.
Okay,
All right.
so
Look forward to
Our
it.
final pick of the night goes to Sarah.
Ooh.
who do I have so far? I have Cruella de Vil, classic sociopath, going to keep all of our villains on the evil path. We have the Dark One, which is essentially all evil and all darkness incarnate. Definitely want all of darkness incarnate on your villainous team. We have
a little vague, a little airy. Continue, sorry.
okay, we got evil incarnate, check. We have Peter Pan, the master manipulator, the one who can convince anyone to sacrifice themselves for his own selfish gain. And we have the evil queen, who can take over kingdoms because that is who she is and what she does. So we have magic, we have manipulation. What else could we possibly need? Quite frankly, nothing. It's an awesome team. So this is a fun little bonus. Let's add Hades. From Once Upon a Time.
Hey,
So-
that's kind of like my face.
It's very related. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but you'll probably start to have noticed a little bit of theme with my picks, that they're all from Once Upon a Time.
They
no
are?
clue.
Really?
I didn't notice that at all.
So Hades' magic exceeds pretty much anybody else. And he is actually the only one to, major spoiler alert here, permanently kill a hero on the show, which is kind of a big deal for a Disney show. So Hades can strike fear into people just by being friendly, and even manage to exploit another great manipulator, Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin loves exploiting loopholes, but Hades managed to outdo him and managed to put Rumpel in debt. So we have...
Ooh, which he would hate to be in.
Yeah.
Classic.
Magic always comes with a price.
So Hades not only super powerful when it comes to magic, also devil in a suit, and definitely a master manipulator.
Does he wear a suit? I don't remember.
He does wear a suit. He does wear a suit. He
Excellent.
looks very similar to the Disney animated villain. He has the blue hair.
Except just in a suit.
Right.
Except in
Blue
a
hair
suit.
and a suit.
And isn't James Woods.
Mm.
Thank you all. Drafting is now completed. Those of us in the audience can think about who we would like to vote for. But in the meantime, let's hear some of your bench picks. Some people who didn't quite make the cut.
Ooh, well, I'll go first since I started talking.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, well, you guys picked some of my backup picks of Hades and Maleficent. Those are my two if I couldn't get Chernabog. I didn't have any backups for Shan Yu. I had Syndrome on there. I also had, if I went with the Syndrome route, as a backup, I had Yokai from Big Hero 6, who had all the nanobots.
Oh yeah,
that would have been good.
That
would have been really good.
I think I already talked about my Shere Khan versus Scar.
Mm-hmm.
And if I couldn't get Yzma, I was going to go with Dr. Facilier from The Princess and the Frog.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
he's on my list.
Yeah.
Good magic there.
Bad dude.
That's good. I didn't have very many backups. My two that were taken were Maleficent, because she was great.
Guys,
And
she is
Yzma. Yeah, she was great. I also had Jafar and Scar.
There you go.
My only other one that wasn't taken that I had was Ka from the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Because he's got that hypnotism.
Trust in me.
I thought that could have been really handy.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. I agree. Well, before Sarah launches into the entire cast list of Once Upon a Time, I had Ursula.
Ooh, all right.
I was like, I don't need another magic wielder. I had Hades from Hercules. I had Kron from Dinosaur, which I guess is a dinosaur.
Okay.
The Evil Queen from Snow White. Luther from The Rocketeer. I had Percival McLeach from The Rescuers Down Under, because he has that awesome machine with the net.
I haven't seen that for decades.
Oh wow! Right?
And then I had either Long John Silver or Captain Barbarossa from Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'm surprised no one touched
Disney?
Pirates.
Yeah, that is. Oh, I forgot about that. That's good. Davy Jones.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I don't know how useful Davy Jones is if he's stuck in that bucket.
That's what I meant. I meant Davy Jones. Did I say Long John Silver? I meant Davy Jones. Anyway, that's who I had. Go ahead, Sarah.
Yeah, do you mean the Kraken, or do you mean the, like, from Pirates, the Kraken?
I thought the Kraken was more of like a monster, not a villain. So I meant the guy with the octopus face.
Yeah,
Yeah, octopus face.
Yeah.
So I intentionally limited myself to Once Upon a Time characters. So most of your picks did not make my radar, because they were not necessarily in Once Upon a Time. I did consider Jafar, but his Once Upon a Time iteration isn't as exciting as his non-Once Upon a Time iteration. So therefore, he did not make my cut.
So when you texted me, don't take any of my picks, there was
wasn't necessary at all.
Well, so if you had said the Evil Queen, I wouldn't have been able to take.
Wait, so why were you freaking out about Maleficent? Can you not take Maleficent?
Yeah, that's the same character.
Well, when you said the Evil Queen, I freaked out because I thought that you were going to take my Evil Queen, who is my number one pick. Yes. So I thought you meant
so
the
Evil Queen from Evil Queen.
No, you said Evil Queen from Snow White. So
yeah, which was...
you wouldn't have been able to do that twice.
Right. Yeah, I couldn't have been able to pick the Evil Queen from Snow White. So fortunately for me, your queen was from not Snow White. So
yeah, it all worked out.
Weren't there two iterations of Jafar from once?
No. We're talking about Once Upon a Time.
I don't think so.
The Wonderland had their own thing.
I don't think Jafar was in that, but I could be wrong. So I only had one alternate, which was that I seriously considered using. I obviously went through all of the villains, including Hook. I did consider Hook, as well as Maleficent, and others, but the only one who made my official list was the author from Once Upon a Time. And
you think he's a villain?
Chris, you just let her have it.
Yes, he's a villain. He changes everyone's backstory.
I couldn't remember which iteration, because there's been a few different ones.
One
of
whom
was Walt Disney. Now you guys have got to watch the show.
So yeah, I don't mean Walt Disney. I mean the particular iteration of the author where he does evil things. So what the author is supposed to do is record history using this magic quill. What he did instead was he manipulated everyone by writing down what he wanted to happen with this magic ink, and people would change, things would change. He rewrote the entire backstory of the entire cast to think that they were evil. So Snow White functionally became the evil queen, and so things like that. So he would be a great fail-safe to have in terms of a villainous crew, because if something isn't going our way, he could just
backstab each other.
He could just sort of magic get away with the pen just by flipping the script.
I'm trying to think if I missed anyone by ignoring the live action stuff. There's probably some good obscure.
No, not really. There's really not. There's really not that many good villains in live action. But the live action is mostly like Escape to Witch Mountain, or Herbie Goes Bananas, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Like they don't really
Chitty Bang Bang's not Disney.
They're pretty good. No, they're good movies, but the villains are just not.
I think that's all the time we have. Thank you.
I have enough ammunition so everyone can vote for the best one.
Yeah, vote for the best team.
Yes, that is it for us. Thank you to our lovely panelists for participating today. Thank you to Left Field Media, to Epic Quest, and to AwesomeCon for hosting. If you like what you see and you want to hear more from us, check out the Spy-Fi guys and Tuesday Night Gaming, and Sarah at Sarah Actually.
Sarah is actually, sorry. And our work here is done. It is now over to you, our lovely audience, to vote and decide who is the winner. Thank you.
I love democracy.